Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you with another one, and I am looking at Baltika 7 Export Lager. This beer was introduced in 1994. It is brewed and bottled in St. Petersburg, Russia by Baltika Breweries. Um, it is 5.4% alcohol by volume. All right. Before I get into this, let me just disclose to you guys I was looking at the production date. I couldn't really see it in the store, but I can see it now. Production date is 26/02/15. And the best before date is 26/02/16. So this beer was manufactured or produced in 2000 and the 26th day of February 2015. The best before date was February 26th, 2016. I am very disappointed with that, guys. I mean, what can you do? These places sell beer well out of date no matter where you go. And you know, you can't really see it. It's like silver, it's like gray on silver on the back of the label. Like it's impossible to see, but I I looked at it really closely when I got home, and that's what it was. So I'm gonna do this review anyway. The beer, if the beer is bad, I'm not gonna hold it against the company because it could very well be just so far out of date that the quality has suffered. And this is a green glass bottle. Anyway, it's got an interesting cap on it. Never seen one like this, but it's like a bottle cap with a little thing that you pull it off with. There you go. It actually doesn't smell too bad. I'm very disappointed though with that date. I can't believe I paid $2.99 for a bottle that's, best by date was 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, February 2 years, so a year, 2 years and 8 months or whatever. Looks good in the glass, guys. It's a nice golden color. There are some streaming bubbles going up the glass. Didn't really pour with much of a head, but I could have been more aggressive with it. It actually smells really good, which is a relief. I'm hoping it's not bad, but it's hard to be it's hard to give a truly accurate rating of a beer that has a best by date that's 2 years old. I mean, uh, 5.4% alcohol, introduced 1994. 5.4%. These types of beers tend to hold up okay. Well past the fresh or the best by dates, but still it's disappointing when you get something that is just this out of date, that the stores don't take it off the shelf or at least put it on a discount rack and let you know. And there's so many different lot codes and different codes by brewery to brewery. I mean, it's almost impossible to keep up with. This one did have the the actual production date and the best by date on it, but it was a silver numbering and lettering on a or no, gray numbering and lettering on a silver backdrop. So it's like almost impossible to see. When I got home, I had to get crazy with the lighting just to see what it said. All right. Golden color, white head, dissipated pretty quickly. Medium carbonation, at least from the appearance, with the bubbles that are streaming up the glass. Very malt forward. You're getting that barley malt. Lightly toasted barley malt, actually. A little bit of hop presence, believe it or not, as old as this beer is, there's definitely a little bit of like a hop presence, like a Euro-style lager type thing going on with it, maybe like with a Grolsch or a Pilsner Urquell type thing. It smells really good, so let's go ahead and get into it. Cheers, guys. very malt forward. Um, you're getting the barley malt, leads into a nice like white bread crust type thing that you're getting in the middle of the sip. This one is really sweet though. I think whatever hops were in here have faded. I think this beer is missing that hop bite. And I think it's because it's so damn old, honestly. It's almost got like a honey sweetness to it, which is not bad. I'm a malty guy, I love malt forward beers, and I feel that this one is very malt forward, but if there were any hops there to balance this beer out, they're gone now. Very malt forward, yeah. There's a honey sweetness with this one. Um, the finish is still relatively dry. It is crisp. It is clean. It is refreshing. Um, but I guarantee you, this beer would taste a lot different fresh. I bet the bank on it that there's a good hop presence that is just gone. It's missing from this one because it's so old. Um, which is unfortunate. I love Baltica beer. Baltica number 9. The red label is I think 8 or 8.5% alcohol. That is one of the best malt liquor, high gravity malt liquors I've ever had. You know, I don't think it says malt liquor on the label, but it's an 8%, 8.5% lager, just like this golden lager. It's a malt liquor, and it's one of the better ones that on the market. You can buy a big bottle, which let's see, what is this? This is like a 24, 25 ounce bottle. 1 pint, 16. This is a 25-ounce bottle. And you can get all the Baltica beers in the big 25-ounce bottle. So you can get a 25-ounce bottle of Baltica 9 8% malt liquor, high gravity lager, for like $2.99 or less. And it's really good. It's much better than most of your high gravity malt liquors that are made here in the U.S. as far as like your I don't know, Natty Daddy, Ice House Edge, Schlitz, High Gravity, those type of things. Not that those are bad, but the Baltica 9. If you like high gravity malt liquor, try the Baltica 9. Make sure you check the date though, because it could be expired or could be well past the freshness date. I gotta say though, it's my own fault for buying this. The freshness date is clearly listed. The color, I mean, it's very hard to see, but they don't use a code that's indecipherable. It's pretty clear what the dates are with this one. Very cool bottle, nice embossed bottle there with the Baltica logo and the crown on top. Um, I'm just so disappointed that I got a beer this old, and the liquor store that I got it from, they have a great selection. They have great products, but oh, they overlooked this one. They did not pull it from the shelf or put it on the discount aisle, which they do have a discount aisle with beers that are out of date, and they're clearly out of date and they're marked down. This one, I guess they overlooked it. I won't hold it against them too much, I guess, but I will mention it the next time I'll save the bottle and I will bring it and mention it the next time I go to the store just to see if maybe they'll give me a free beer out of it. But not really that big of a deal. I didn't pay too much for it, but I would have really liked to have seen what this beer would have been like, super fresh. It does not have any hop presence whatsoever, which if it does, it's completely dissipated. It's a very malt forward presentation. Nice white bread crust, super malty and sweet, but it still is crisp, clean, refreshing, and dry. And it's really this version, this outdated version that I'm having, is really an A. But I cannot give it an A, knowing that it's 2 years out of date. I'm gonna say it's good though. It is still good, um, but it's probably gonna be much better with a fresh date on it. So I'm just gonna go and you know, you might give me a hard time for this, or you might unsubscribe from my channel, but I'm gonna go 85 out of 100. It's a solid B beer. Fresh, this beer is probably much higher. It's probably an A. But I do like malt liquor. I do like malt forward presentations with beers. 5.4% alcohol is pretty standard. Sessionability is through the roof for this 2-year old, actually 3-year old version that I'm drinking now. But I would definitely recommend getting it fresh. I will probably try to buy this again and get a fresh date and do a revisit on it and see what, how different the product actually is, because there's got to be some hop presence, some hop bite that is just gone because of how old this beer is. But the malt presentation is beautiful. It's crisp, clean, refreshing, dry, light bodied. Carbonation is pretty light, bordering on medium, but it's more on the light side. It's delicious, but it's old, and I'm not giving you, the viewers, an accurate description of this beer because I got a really old bottle of it. So I'm just going to go with an 85 out of 100. It's at least a B beer. It could be much better if it was fresh. But for this particular one, it's an 85 out of 100. So that'll do it for this beer review, guys. Baltica 7, go out and try it. Baltica 7 Export Lager. Go out and try it. Let me know what you guys think. Check your date on it. They do not use a lock code, which is good, so they at least put the date on there. But it's so damn hard to see because it's gray on silver. It's like, I don't know. You have to have X-ray vision to see it in the store. When you come home and you hold it up to like a direct sunlight or a really bright LED bulb, something like that, you can tell. But I couldn't in the store, so there you go, guys. 85 out of 100. I've blabbed on enough. Um, that'll do it for this beer review, guys. Have a great day. Until next time, everybody. Cheers.